And off we go from Denver. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Harris. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the Broncos are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. You talk about this Seahawk defense. This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even...
Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 36. Stewart sets to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The Broncos had a struggling 3-13 now on the year. And they come in the midst of a pretty bad stretch here. Losers of 5 straight.
And far be it from me to go ahead and go gloom and doom, right? If they fall down 7-0, 14-0, all of a sudden the cycle starts all over again. So the best way out of this for them, they need something to happen positive early in this game. That's a great way to help break this losing skid.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Now on 4th down here, that pass knocked away and incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And they've got to be breathing a little bit of a sigh of relief. The first time you throw the football winds up being picked, but fortunately for them, it does not lead to points.
So that tells you about team football, doesn't it? Everybody gets together. What's that term they use? Complementary football? Okay, he threw the pick. The defense got together and said, hey, let's shut them down. Let's not turn it into points. They did exactly that. Now he gets a fresh start, a clean slate.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. McDonald sets to throw. And it's caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's McDonald off of the play fake. And oh, it'll be intercepted. And the Broncos are going to take over at their own 2-yard line.
A tough adjustment to the NFL throughout his rookie season, and his problem with turnovers is only exacerbated by his early showing today. That's a couple for him here in this first half, and he's cleared the double-digit mark for the entire season.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They take over here following the interception. That's the good news. The tough spot was the spot that they're in. That's inside the 5 in the shadow of their own goalpost here. 1st and 10. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fisher, and they get him behind the line, so that short gain on first down quickly negated. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Here's Stewart to throw it. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have the Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And this throw will be intercepted. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. His 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Seahawks use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
That good for 22 and a first down.
I love football lingo and the evolution of it all. Nickel defense makes sense, right? Five defensive backs. But then you go to 6. What are you going to call that? And they call it a
double
dime. A dime, which is just very simple for them. The math doesn't add up. But I know one thing. Offenses love to run against dime defenses. Typically, the bigger guys have an advantage against the small.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's a 2nd and 4. Stewart. That's complete. It's Greg Dulcich. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
They will throw on first down with Stewart. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly. and knocked it free.
And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stewart. And that is incomplete.
And their back's up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
From the gun, it's Stewart. Touchdown, Broncos! A great effort there. His 25th touchdown. Tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Broncos are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. McDonald. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he'll take this back down inside the 20. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. George Pickens, 27 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 14-7. The Broncos kickoff unit out there to kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe we can get this game tied up.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing is McDonald. Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Broncos take over. 1st down and 10. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one goes for 24 yards. On first down, Fisher. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 62 yards rushing for him so far in this one as he nears 1,400 for the year. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Fisher. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. On second down, it's Fisher. And he'll be taken down after a short gain as that takes us to the 2-minute warning. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On third down, Fisher. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. They'll try and throw it with Stewart. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Broncos unable to convert here on 4th. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Here's McDonald to throw. That's swung out wide to Harris. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Clock running, and the Seahawks, they're running 2, trying to speed up to the line of scrimmage. Out of the gun, McDonald. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. So here's a 3rd and 14. Looking to throw. McDonald. And this pass broken up. And the contact well in time there. And now 4th down. The Seahawks send out their punter. Standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Going to go play action. Here's Stewart. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 65 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. A final shot before break. Stewart to the goal line, but it's incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he's able to take this up to the 30-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Yikes, a 4-yard loss really sets them back now for second down. And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a problem. That doesn't hurt too well.
As long as you go through the proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage. With man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And last week in the loss, 5 punts as he gets this one away. Fielded at the 33. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in? And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Alontae Taylor. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, it's not the first time we've seen him give one up here during his rookie season. And in this case, zone coverage forced the mistake. He's made some strides week to week in how he's handling the different type of coverages that he's seeing. But clearly, there's some growing still to do.
And he is going to lose yardage here. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough. Throwing out of the shotgun, it's Stewart. He finds his man, complete. That's Fisher. And all the way home for the Broncos score. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 21-7. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes.
And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 78 yards. And the Seahawks have got it back to within a score. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And he's going to have the Broncos first down as he gets this up past the 30 to the 32.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That's caught at the 25. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And he finds Forsell. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. And quickly they get to the line. On 1st down, Stewart. He finds his man complete. It's Fisher. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. It's 2nd and 7 from the 9. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. 7th play of the drive forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Stewart. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Harris starts the drive on the ground. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
Now that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's another 1st down as this time they get an even 20. From the gun, it's McDonald. He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. To throw on 2nd down, McDonald. Here's Johnson with a reception. And this is going to be another 1st down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 13-yard line. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Play action. It's McDonald. Touchdown! Jackson Smith-Njigba with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is, as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the 4th as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. 93 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, now hang on here because he appears to be shaken up. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. Sliding out of the pocket.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete. You're not going to get many better opportunities than that to take the lead in the fourth quarter. He's got a man wide open. But, oh, my goodness, just too much air under the ball, and he knew it right away.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 38-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Now a handoff up the middle. Fisher, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. 2nd down, here's Stewart. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Mears used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down.
Touchdown, Seahawks. Jackson Smith and Jigba, 36 yards. And the Seahawks have broken this deadlock and have taken the lead here in the fourth. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this fourth quarter. And now off to the races, down the right side. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. They'll keep it on the ground. Fisher. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
On 2nd down now, it's Fisher, and he is going to lose yardage here. And this offense on 3rd down today, they're hitting at 60%, 6 out of 10 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They run the counter. Fisher. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
123 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Here's 2nd down and 3.
Stewart sets to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Fisher. And all the way home for a Bronco score. A big play there. 46 yards. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And Carter, we've got a tie game here in the fourth.
Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Here's 1st down.
Throwing to start the drive. McDonald got his man complete over the middle. That's Johnson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Complete to number 84. 24-yard gain on the play. First down, Seahawks.
On 1st and 10, McDonald. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. McDonald sets to throw. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
2nd down, goal to go. And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. And the Broncos are going to get it back here just past the 35. And you have to wonder, Charles, a game like this, 5 interceptions, what does this do to the psyche of a young quarterback?
Well, based on the fact that he's still out there and he threw a 5th interception, I'm wondering if his head coach believes that he's really strong mentally and what.
And Stewart lost the football. It's loose. And now this ball picked up by the offense. But here in the final 2 minutes of the game, this will be blown dead. Only the fumbler can advance the football. So this will go back to the spot of the fumble itself. Now Stewart, 2nd down. He finds his man complete. It's Fisher.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back. But now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Here's Stewart to throw it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does. And in the 2nd quarter, he may very well run by him. But in this situation, I know as a defender.
And look at this. It's a fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's got his big tight end here. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick 6 or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
So it's the Broncos who are going to get the first shot at things. They'll have it here as we start in overtime. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And all deep in his own territory, he coughs up the football. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, no doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 45-yard line.
They'll keep it on the ground. Fisher. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Stewart. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. Now a first down carry for Harris. Runs over it. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Out quickly here to Smith-Njigba. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. They go back to that well. He's had a great game. Defensively, they haven't been able to stop him. Same thing here in overtime.
And sometimes that goes to the play caller's ego, because a lot of times you have so many different plays you want to call, but when you spot a matchup that's working for you or a player that has the hot hand, keep giving it to him. That tells me you're mature as a play caller, and it's working for them in overtime.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. Throwing on first down. McDonald will set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28.
Well, his completion percentage continues to rise with that one, but sometimes you want your completion percentage to go down. Maybe you should have thought about throwing that one away.
I should just say, it is easier said than done, but that's where you maybe bury it at his feet, make sure he doesn't catch it.
Great call right there. Put it near the receiver, no grounding, nothing like that, but no one gets a chance to pick it off either.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
And now they're looking for 19 yards here on third down following 2 negative plays. Back to throw. McDonald. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Now a timeout called for by the defense. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. And this is not going to be anywhere close. No good. Way wide to the left. And we will play on here in overtime.
Oh, that's so deflating, Brandon, because you know he was thinking to himself, just get me a shot. Just put us in a position to win the game, and I'll get it done. But this kick, not on target, and we'll keep going here.
They will throw on first down with Stewart. And he is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety, and the game is over. Well, Charles, I've heard of backing up to avoid the rush. I think this takes that to a whole new level.
And not upper level either.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good.
Yo, I'm laughing in real life. That shit was fucking funny as hell.
Couldn't get it done.
Nigga missed the field goal so disrespectfully. Like, what the fuck?
They get a Week 18 victory to make that final more palatable.
That quality was unacceptable.